What's up, guys? I'm coming to you from the car wash, getting our car nice and clean for a day of deliveries, and I will be taking you on for the ride, see how much money we can make in an 8-hour shift. Out here it is like going to be the night shift. It is 6 right now, starting a few minutes late. We should be running until 2 a.m. So yeah, man, let's get it. My car didn't start for a second, and I was like freaking out. It's never done that before. But finally got it to get out of there, and now we're rolling. So we should be good. Locked to about 15 minutes after the hour. So let's go. Got our first order. Got that first order taken care of. Now I just got to go back and try to get towards the hot spots. Try to pick up some more orders. Should be plenty of action. I'm not gonna update after every order. That was like $9 or $9.50. Took me like freaking, I don't know, 15 minutes. But I will try to update as much as possible throughout the night. All right, guys, that was fucking cool. So I'm at Zell's, and I'm literally, it's a hot spot. I literally just pulled up to Zell's and get an order. So that's how we do it. All right, super easy on that Zell's order. Literally took me like 5 minutes. $7.75 on that. Headed back to Zell's. Let's get it. So just like that, I was able to get an order straight away after I got back to Zell's. Boom, hit me up with another order. This one took a little bit longer to prepare, so I was waiting there for like a good 5-10 minutes. But that's cool. Should be able to finish this one off. Definitely still within the hour mark, and I, will have been made over $30. Right, just picked up 2 orders from the Sub Shack or whatever, and let's go. All right, so some crazy shit happened that's never happened to me before doing DoorDash. I'll tell you as I get on this clogged up freeway entrance here. Bitch, let me in. It's one of every other car, fucking idiot. Merging lanes, It's only fair. Every other car merges, Goddamn. Anyways, so this has never happened to me before. I get 2 pickup orders from the sub shop, right? I showed you that. And as I'm going to my first customer, like, there's some weirdness that happens in the app. Let me close this. And, like, basically, my directions kept cutting out, and then I'd have to, like, hit the direction button again. And then, all of a sudden, like, I get a call from my customer, and she's like, hey, DoorDash says you're having a hard time finding the place, like, And I'm like, really? Like, I just left the sub shop, like, it was like 2 minutes after I left, and I was like, I just grabbed your order, and I'm taking it over to you right now. And I was like, it must have just been some weird automated message from DoorDash, so, like, it was like, whatever. And then I'm heading over to the customer's place, everything's fine, I drop off their order, and then all of a sudden my app, like, the other order has disappeared. It's like, only her order was on there. And then I hit confirm delivery, and then I get a new order. So I'm delivering a new order right now, and I've still got the other customer's order, but it has just vanished. So, what the fuck do you do in that case? It's like, shit, man. Sometimes that shit happens, I guess. I mean, I know the other day, like, an order that I was supposed to pick up, somebody said that somebody else had already picked it up. So it's kind of like that weird shit. It's like, sometimes the app bugs out, and, what are you supposed to do? Like, I guess I just got lucky.
GPS signal lost.
And I got a fucking sub out of it, So I'll just consider that a gift from the DoorDash gods. I don't want to ask any questions. But that's something that's never happened to me. Definitely not something you can count on happening. And especially now that, when I did this a couple years ago, if the customer was unavailable, you would literally be told to just dispose of the order. So that was like, the incentive to get free food every now and then was like, if the customer didn't show up, and that would happen fairly regularly, like maybe once or twice a week type of deal. Every now and then you would just get like a free meal, whatever. But now you're supposed to leave it at the door and take a photo of it. So you can't you can't get a free fucking meal unless it's alcoholic. If it has alcohol in it, then you can't leave it there. You're supposed to discard it. Discard it. Nobody fucking... Who's going to throw out food, bro? You're going to eat that shit. Anyways. So I'm pretty happy. At least I got some free food out of it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to make the money on that delivery, but now we're taking the teriyaki and try to keep this short. It has been exactly an hour just now since I started. Actually, no, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. So let's consider the last order to be the final one. That would have put my total for the hour at like $35 or something like that. I don't know. It was $10 order. So anyways, keep you posted. You know, looking back on it, I think what happened is the orders somehow got canceled, you know, halfway through my delivery, because I'm pretty sure that the first customer was close and I was probably en route to deliver to them. And that's why when the order got canceled and it switched to Jen's order or whatever, then the app thought I was going the wrong way. That would make sense. That's why the customer got the text that said, your driver's having a hard time finding the place. And then they called me and I'm going like, what the hell? You know, and plus it did send me like the opposite direction, but I thought it was just trying to take me on like a faster street to like get around the other shit, because I would have had to cut through back streets. But I think that's what it was. And, you know, for whatever reason, the order got canceled. Maybe the customer canceled the order after it had already been picked up. I don't know, you know, the technicalities. I've never ordered food through DoorDash, or at least not in a long time. So I don't know. But that would be my guess. You know, I guess it's just, you know, it happens every now and then. The other thing that could have happened is it could have just crashed. The fucking app could have just dropped my order on, you know, I don't know. It's such a buggy app. So many things happen with it that are just, you know, you would think they would fix it by now. The same problems I've had with it 2 and 3 years ago, it still exists. You know, it's a shit app. Like, it crashes all the time. You know, all sorts of things go wrong, but that's the first time that I've ever had an order straight up drop on me. But, you know, I'm not complaining. I got a fucking sub and I'm gonna eat that bitch. Alright, I took a little lunch break for about half an hour.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Southwest Genesee Street.
Yep, took about a half an hour lunch break. You know.
Take the next right onto Southwest Genesee Street, then turn left onto Southwest.
Alright, I took a little lunch break for about half an hour. I was feeling like eating something and just chilling, so yep, sometimes gotta take a break. Can't work all the way through every time, but oh, son of a bitch, I was supposed to take that left. Fuck me. Alright, took a little lunch break, about half an hour. Now I'm back at it. Got an order for Safeway, and that brings it to about 9:30. So about 6. Actually, let's just say about 3 hours. It was like 6:15 to like 9. Just under 3 hours. Made $85. That's about, you know, 28 per hour. Not bad, even considering I had like a, you know, solid 20 minutes without an order one time, so yeah, not bad at all. And I ate those freaking subs, bro. There was 2 of them. There was fucking 2. I opened the bag and there's 2 of them, bro. I'm not familiar with how they pack their orders at the Sub Shack, so I didn't, you know. But I opened the freaking bag, dude. There's 2 12-inch subs. I'm like, oh my god. I've eaten 1.5 of them, dude, and I'm stuffed. And I had just eaten like an hour or 2 before I left. Fucking bloated as fuck, bro. It was good though. I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan of like deli meat and shit, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed them for sure. You know, it is what it is. Well, going up to Safeway now for another shop order. 11 items. medium-sized order. We'll see what troubles we run into. The worst is when you can't find anything and the customer, doesn't select like freaking replacement items or whatever. So like you have to contact them and tell them like, yeah, sorry, but it looks like they're out of this item, blah, blah, blah. And I hate doing that. One time I went to you don't appear to be heading to the delivery destination. Are you serious? I'm literally going straight there. Fucking DoorDash. Fucking idiots, dude. But anyways, one time I went to the CVS and they literally had nothing in stock. It was like all of the shelves were just fucking like empty. They had nothing. And, half of the items that the customer wanted needed to be replaced. So I just called them. I was like, hey, sorry, but it looks like they're out of like everything. So here's your options, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anyways. One of the things that irks me about, this whole process is like you leave it at the door. There's no contact with the customer. And it's like, they don't want you to ring the doorbell. It's late at night, it's dark, and how the fuck are you supposed to know, like, if there's no address, right? It can be challenging to know exactly where you're supposed to leave the order because, well, sure, you could look at your GPS, but what if you don't have fucking service? Like, half of the spots that I show up at, there's no service because a building is blocking the fucking, the cell phone service, or I just get shitty service because I have T-Mobile and it sucks ass. You know what I mean? So, like, a delivery like this, I took the Safeway order, and, it looks like that's the house I'm going to, but it's confusing because it's in a neighborhood that's like, manufactured housing where every single house is the same, and there's multiple addresses per there's multiple houses per address type of deal. And it can get confusing to the point where it's like, shit, did I leave it at the right place? Or was there multiple, houses at that address, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I left it the right place, but it's a little bit it's like, come on, man. Because, like, well, what if you leave it at the wrong house? Like, what is the customer going to do? Like, based on your photo, are they going to be able to identify the porch? I don't think I've done it yet, but it's just kind of nerve-wracking, You show up there, contactless delivery. At least if they say to hand it to me, it's like they're going to come out, and if you're at the wrong place, they're like, oh, over here. I've had that shit happen to me before, years ago when I was doing this, when it was always the customer comes out and grabs it from you. You don't just fucking leave it at their door. I hate that bullshit. I think it's retarded. And the last thing you want to do is run around like a fucking idiot, at 10:30 at night in some fucking neighborhood trying to find the goddamn porch, or whatever, trying to find the address. It looks like you're trying to rob the place, It looks shady as fuck. Like, you just want to go straight there, leave it, and then leave. You don't want to sit there, fiddle around, and you're trying to take a picture of the food. Sometimes, that shit doesn't even work, so then you've got to go back. Like, the amount of times that the DoorDash app crashes is ridiculous. Like, I had it crash multiple times when I was picking up this order at Safeway, trying to take a photo of the goddamn Italian sub. Okay. Alright, another update. So I am out here in the North End after everything, series of events transpired that led me to come up here, and now I just got an order for Zell's. And I think what happened is when I recording my video and I hit accept, I don't get to see where I'm going. So I did that and I ended up going like 12 miles. Anyways, I got another order. I gotta go. So it's absolutely ridiculous. 3 orders in a row. 3 orders, actually it was 4 orders in a row popped up saying, asked me to go to fucking Bellevue, dude, which if you don't know Seattle, Bellevue's across the water, it's across the lake, you gotta take a toll bridge to get out there. And it's far as fuck, and like, yeah, I don't want to go out there. So like, I had to decline 4 orders in a row. The first one was $18, that's a good order, but I'm not gonna go to fucking Bellevue. And then the next one was the same restaurant, the same location for the delivery for $8. So it's like, oh, he doesn't want to do it for 18. Maybe he'll want to do it for 8. You know, go figure. Anyways, now I'm picking up 7-Eleven for a close order. It's only $6, but at least it'll only take me like 10 minutes. All right, it's now just after midnight, and so I've been at it for what, about 6 hours, almost 6 hours now. 5 hours, 45 minutes. Anyways, yeah, I've been taking some low-paying orders just because I've been saying, fuck it. You know, I'm already up in the north end and whatever. I'm just accepting orders. It's kind of taking me kind of far away from where I want to be, but now I did get a double order. Just dropped off the first half. The other one's taking me downtown, which is great because that's where I want to be late at night. At least, you know, so far how things have been going, it seems like downtown's pretty good late at night. I'd much rather deliver to apartments that are downtown than these freaking like weird, you know, townhouses and shit in like apartment style like up here, because you know they have different buildings and they, you know, it's like, you know, different buildings and like they're on the alleys and they're all tucked away in weird places. At least if you go downtown and you go to a big apartment complex, it's easy to find, and then you can't go wrong. You just go to their fucking room. Like, it's not that hard. You go up the elevator. Up here, you're like walking around and you can't even find their place. And, you know, I had an order 2 orders ago that the customer texted me and said they couldn't find the order. And I'm going like, what the hell? And, you know, because it was one of those stupid ass, like, you know, building C type of deal. There's like, you know, there's like a big complex. There's like 4 or 5 fucking buildings. And each one has like a 101 and 201 and 301. You know, they have like a few apartments on each floor type of deal. So Google Pin, like on the Dasher app, takes me to a building that, you know, I'm assuming that's the building that they're in, because that's where the pin is taking me to. And of course it's at night. You can't they're not fucking marked, so it's like there's no way you're going to be able to tell unless you walk around the complex for 10 fucking minutes looking like an idiot. So I go to 304, you know, the room that they're supposed to be in the apartment complex C.
GPS signal lost.
Jesus, bro, fucking Christ. See, I'm not even like, I'm in the middle of the city. Like, I'm not even by tall buildings. Anyways, you know, I drop it off at 304, take a picture, you know, and then they're like, I never got my order. I'm like, well, fuck, like, you know, put in your delivery instructions. You know, I didn't tell them that. I just said, you know, you can contact support to get a refund. You know, but, dude, that's beyond the scope of what's required of me as a fucking delivery driver, dude. Like, that's literally the pin that you've provided for your address. That's where it took me. That's the building. And I always fucking triple, quadruple check the marker on the map in, you know, in accordance with my location in order to, you know, make sure that that's exactly where I'm going. And in the case it was exactly where I was going. It's the exact room number. I got it. Boom. Delivered. Oh, I never got my order. And I'm like, well, I left it here, you know, where the address was marked at 304. If you can't find it, go ahead, contact support and get a refund. You know? I mean, that's all I can fucking do, dude. You know, you put it in your delivery instructions. Put, you know, which building it is, how to get to that building. You know, any fucking, you know, things that could go wrong. Think about that and then put it down in your delivery instructions. Like, it's not that hard. Anyways, I'm ranting. I'm getting back to working a couple of orders and see how we do. It's not going to be anything crazy. These last couple of hours have been pretty low paying. Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know, dude. I try my best, you know, but I don't go like, you know, I'm not going to fucking go out of my way that much to fucking, you know, it's like $5 fucking pay, dude. It's like, what do you expect of me? You know, maybe if it was like some big ass order and you tip me a whole bunch, it's like 2 items from the fucking fast food restaurant, dude. You know, I got like $5. It was like a $2 tip. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my fucking way to, like, you know, to do anything. Especially if, you know, like, if you're not gonna tell me, like, what to do, you know, it's like, dude, I went to exactly where the directions told me to go. The same building that's marked.
In 2 miles, take exit 166 towards Stewart Street, Denny Way.
I find the room that you've provided, and that's it. There's no delivery instructions. It just says leave at my door. So that's exactly what I did. You said you didn't get the order. Then the only thing I can think of is that it wasn't the building that you lived in. It was a different building. So, I mean, shit. Then you're just gonna have to go fucking to the next door building and go up to 304 and find your order. You know, fuck. But if that's the case, then you should take note that building is where Google's taking people that are trying to find your building. So maybe you should put in the delivery instructions, Google is going to take you to building D or E or whatever the fuck it was. You know? And then say building C is really this one. It's just, dude, it's too much fuckery for like $5. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I feel bad that you didn't get your order. I get it. It's annoying. But god damn it, the reason you didn't get it is because you didn't put the delivery instructions in correctly. That's it.
GPS signal lost.
Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and call it tonight. It's 2. You know, the last order was really screwed up. I'll tell you the story really quick. It's, you know, it was one of those, like orders where the customer gave the wrong address, right? So, like, you know, I'm heading to the pin, and then all of a sudden, I just catch this, you know. Good thing I caught it, because if I didn't, I would have just, you know, probably should have hopped on the freaking freeway. Oh, well. Fuck it, I'll just cruise the back roads. Actually, hold on. Yeah, so the last order was kind of screwed up. So, like, the customer had put in the address for Seattle, Washington. Like, literally, it just said Seattle, Washington. And then they put in, like, the address of the or they put in just the name of the hotel on the second line, the Westin, right? So... So the pin was just a random dropped pin in the middle of Seattle, like down by the waterfront. And so I happened to catch it, and good thing I caught it, because otherwise I would have just drove there and I've been like, bro, this isn't the Westin, what the fuck, you know? So, like, I realized it was just some random dropped pin, and it said Seattle, Washington. I was like, wait a second. Like, Seattle, Washington, like, bro, like, the middle of the fucking city. It's like when you go to Google Maps and you type in some random city, and it's literally just drops a pin in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, anyways, you know, I finally get to the Westin, and then I go up the fucking elevator, and then my service cuts out and shit. And I'm looking at the, you know, the customer's address. I'm trying to find the customer's, you know, room number and shit. But there's no internet, and then the app starts crashing. And then the fucking elevator stalls because I don't have a key card, so it just stops halfway up and just sits there. And then I'm like, what the fuck? So I call the fucking, like, the helpline and everything, and like go back down, and then I have to get somebody to use a key card, and then I'm walking around trying to get a fucking bar of service, only to find out that I'm in the south elevators and I need to be in the north elevators. I'm like, fuck, man, there's 2 elevators? God damn it. So I go up to the other elevators, only to realize, yeah, you need a card, you know, nobody was there to help me. I call the customer, you know, hey, I can't get up the elevator system, come meet me in the lobby, you know. It was just fucking stupid. So I ended up being, you know, the delivery's like 10 minutes late. But then on top of that, I can't confirm the delivery because I'm not near the drop-off location. You need to be in the vicinity of the drop-off location in order to confirm the delivery. So, you know, I'm not going to go drive to the fucking middle of Seattle, Washington just to say I delivered to him. So yeah, I ended up working a little bit less than 8 hours tonight. It was probably about, say, cut off a half an hour for lunch and then 15 minutes. So probably 7 hours and 15 minutes, I would say. Seven hours and 15 minutes, and we're going to add up the earnings right now. Well, it's $200 flat. This one was yesterday, but everything from here on out, 85, 42, it's 127.25 plus 27.75 is 154, 155.50 plus 44.50 is, yep, 200 even. Pretty crazy, exactly $200. 7.5 hours. It's gonna give us $26.66 average pay there. Pretty average, yeah. Factoring in, sitting and waiting and all that bullshit. What? There you go, guys. Until next time, DBS Merch, signing off.